Taurus, how are you? This is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, my friends, how are you? I hope everyone is safe and well. It's so good to see you today. I'm excited to read for you today. How wonderful. We already pre-shuffled all of your cards. 2 guardian angel cards popped out already, and I'll read them to you when Spirit wants me to. And we're gonna hop right into your reading. By the way, if you would like to win January's free private reading, please simply subscribe to the channel, like the video, and drop a high tribe or whatever else you feel inclined to drop in the comment section. All right, that's as easy as that. Plus it helps the channel grow, so thank you. Even if you don't want to win it, it's still helpful. Oh, wow. Okay. Actually, we do have enough, I believe. This is oh, wow. Oh, this is a general reading. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, Taurus, because that means it's for somebody else. It's not gender specific, nor is it time specific. Whenever the message reaches you, it's yours at that time, which also means you can go back in the video selection and check out more videos, whatever you feel drawn to. And it doesn't even have to be your sign per se. Whatever you feel drawn to, like intuitively, is yours. All right. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna need 2 more, I believe. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Taurus, we got your cards out and we'll have a look. So, my loves, you're starting off with the High Priestess, which is amazing, which immediately lets me know, like, your intuition is popping right now. Maybe not just right now, maybe always, but this is like definitely a time where your intuition is definitely heightened, and popping is the word that they're using. That's interesting. It's kind of slangy, but that's how they come through. Very connected with the natural realm, with moons as well for some of you, where you've been maybe setting your intentions. We have a new moon in Capricorn coming up on the 13th. It could be that when this video is coming out that it just happened. So this is significant for some of you. Maybe you're doing moon magic, moon rituals, possibly with other people as well. There's also some, I feel, witchy energy here too, which gives it kind of a really nice connotation. And yeah, a lot of magic is what I'm feeling with this also. You may be tapping into your potential as a High Priestess more and more, and you may be harnessing those powers, you know, white magic, right? More and more. And this is only because you worked through a couple things here with the darkness and the light. That is polarity, which was precisely, by the way, what the Capricorn new moon reading was about. I'm going to link that for you guys down below in the comment section because it might be relevant to this reading. So you've done shadow work, you've incorporated that's exactly what that one was about soul retrieval, like retrieving lost parts of yourself in order to get that power back, right? Because once you assume that responsibility and once you go back and get those lost parts of yourself back, like, you're more of yourself. You're no longer rejecting that, and that often happens subconsciously, guys. So we don't even know that this part is missing, right? And we discover it by working through some not so nice things. I just heard the word shitty and nasty. So, and this is precisely what this card is talking about with the 5 of Pentacles. You've really gone through it, right? You've gone through the ringer here, Taurus, with possible relationships that just didn't work out, friendships that didn't work out the way you wanted them to. This gives me a sense of deprivation and really sadness, possibly going through a time where you didn't have so much money. And this is rather harsh energy, I must say, because it left you feeling like, possibly for some of you, where you thought you didn't deserve it because it was never in your life. So, and just because the cards that you were dealt so far didn't have like prosperity and anything like wonderful in it, which I'm really getting for some of you here, doesn't mean that you're never going to have it. That's quite the opposite. Once you realize it and work through it, you can totally flip that around. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here, what you did or what you're about to do, depending on where you are in your journey, okay? you're really healing here, or you have healed. And the funny thing is, your next card is the Queen of Cups, who is highly receptive, highly intuitive, and really like in that, okay, I'm here, I'm open, right? This one isn't open. They're mentally imprisoned by themselves because of everything that you went through, right? So it's quite understandable, but it looks like you really have worked your way out here by this card. And really are like I'm open to love, I'm open to new friendships, I'm open to receiving money, right? To whatever else goodness the universe wants to bring in. And with that, I'm getting that influx and that flow of goodness, that no longer pinching yourself off from the goodness that the universe has to offer. Congratulations, Taurus. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. It's also, this card also denotes to perfect wife and good mother. So maybe some of you are in a marriage, or have children too, or a child. Yeah, they're really drawing my eye to the veil, which could mean either one of two things. First of all, married. The second one is that the veil is really thin for you, and that you're very, very receptive, which would really match like your first card and this one as well. Like I said, highly intuitive. Really trust your intuition at this time. You are so spot on here, Taurus. Like, you know exactly. It's, people don't even have to open up their mouth, and you already know what's going to come out, and you already can sense, is this well-meaning or not? And you are very, very spot on. The next card out is the Star card, which is an Aquarian card. It's also denoting to healing. It could also mean that some of you are indeed either standing in the spotlight right now, or you're going to with the Star. It's also denoting to being stripped bare in order to heal. See, she is like, this one's closed, but this one isn't. But it's almost like the same person, but then not. There's this fierceness to the High Priestess, but only because she's been through so much. Like, she knows the darkness and the light so well, and that makes you incredibly strong and how do you say, with a lot of knowledge. Like, I want to say willful, but that's not the right word. Like, a lot of wisdom that's inside you because of that huge healing journey here. And make no mistakes, like, your boats are coming in for sure if they aren't there already. And this one is also about learning about reciprocity, that one person cannot just take. So we're maybe talking about an empath here to you, where you were just like, yeah, I'm giving it because I want to give, but without the necessary boundaries, people will definitely take advantage of that. Yeah. So when you have the necessary boundaries in place, though, then that beautiful component of receptivity, of giving out freely, that can all come back. But that again came with a lot of internal work here on your part to make that happen. Your next card out is the Queen of Rods, which is exactly that, someone who takes action, right? Someone who's well liked in their community, someone who isn't afraid, like, to speak uncomfortable truths. That's what I'm getting here. Someone who's also very passionate about what they do, which is tightly connected, I would say, to not being afraid to speak their truth and to act on it too. Very radiant. And that's such a contrast to the Five of Pentacles here, where that is talking about deprivation, right? But this one's no longer depleted of anything. She has everything she needs. And this could also be talking about a commitment here, like a committed relationship, because they're really pointing my eyes to the rings and the cards of the queens. So 2 queens, 1 fire, 1 water. That's interesting as well. Yeah, and then another fire right there with the Hermit. The Hermit, which is a Virgo energy, the wise one. Very much seeing the inner child here that has been retrieved by you, realizing that you are your own anchor, and no matter the circumstances that are around you, you always know how to make that fire. You always know how to pull yourself back together and back up out of it, which is amazing, Taurus. That's an amazing quality to have. It's also something that you've really acquired here, right? You really, really worked hard for this. And it also could have meant, like, to really seclude yourself for a longer time here and to friends could have possibly fallen away, family members, relationships. And this was all meant to be by spirit or from your higher path, just because you needed to learn how to be by yourself and be good by yourself here. And that brought along that huge transformative process here. And again, I'm getting a lot of wisdom, and it's not book knowledge. It's really something that you acquired. And again, I'm getting a lot of hard work, a lot of hard work. You must have worked so incredibly much, so incredibly much. Who's this? Okay, and then we have the Knight of Swords, and this is another person or situation. It's, if we're talking about a person here, it's someone who is almost living in that lifestyle of being aggressive, right? And this one isn't necessarily willing to talk things through with you. This is a contrast to the Queen of Cups here, because she's in the receptive mode. She wants to resolve things possibly, right? But in a very loving way. This one isn't. This one is rather aggressive. So what are they doing here still? Because I like what I see from you so far, where you're so healed, you're so standing up for yourself. Like, it looks like autonomous. I'm getting sovereignty and autonomy here for you. It's really like you're good on your own, and that's amazing. You've been through stuff, but you really managed to pull yourself back together here. But what is this one doing here? What are you doing here? I need more cards, because right now they don't want to reveal themselves. I'm not getting anything with that card. But they have an eye on you. So it could be an outside influence where you may have cut them out of your life, and they're somehow watching you, maybe on social media, or maybe, I don't know, somehow still having a watchful eye on you. Who is this? Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Wow. Thank you. Okay. Oh, whoa. Those just keep jumping out. Hey. Oh, you have two aces right away. So there's two new beginnings. This is speaking about new beginnings here for sure. And they're well earned, well deserved. So you have balance with the number 14 breaking down to a 5, which is change. And that's exactly the divine feminine and the divine masculine that's being balanced within yourself here, Taurus. Could also be talking about Kundalini rising. For some of you, you're working with stone magic. You're speaking with trees or with plants. There's a lot in there. If that's not something that you're currently doing, there's also a connotation to maybe start to look into that, because that could be very beneficial for your quest here. Also for the quest of aligning, for that final healing push for some of you is what I'm getting here. Like diamond-shaped eyes, what is that? Like with the snakes, I only remember as a little child, this is kind of what they're reminding me of, which is very strange. So maybe that's denoting to something that you used to own in childhood or something that was important to you. I used to have like a snake that had 2 heads, much like that one, and they had diamond eyes, and that I could wrap around my arm. And I loved that one because it was so sparkly, and I didn't have many of those things. And I really, like, that one was about femininity and owning something that was so feminine to me and so awesome, and I wanted to be that, but I wasn't allowed. So there could be something in there for you about allowing that female energy, because we do have a lot of feminines here. I'm just seeing that now. We have 4 of them here, very prominent, and allowing yourself to bring that forth and to again, that rebel energy is like that. It wants to come out. It's like it wants to break out, and it's gonna. You best believe it is, because that female energy is quite fierce also, fiercely loving and fiercely nurturing, all that. But there is some power behind this, some fire energy again. And again, when we're on that healing journey, it'll just come up when we're ready, right? And then we're being presented with it. And that's what it looks like. Again, I really recommend that new moon reading. It had a lot in there of that, not the female energy, but like the transformative energies. And then you have the Ace of Arrows, the breath of life. This is very straightforward. There's no 8 swords here because the arrows are the swords in the traditional tarot. So this is very straightforward, finding your truth and aligning yourself according to that truth. Like, put your money where your mouth is. That's, again, what I'm getting here. And that's what you seem to have been doing here, like sifting and sorting through it, feeling really good about yourself, or starting to feel really good. And you've managed to pull that off because your background, where you're coming from, you must have been really, really hurt. Like, your self-esteem was seriously damaged growing up, or in some sort of a relationship here, maybe a breakup, a divorce, something like that, right? Something that hit you hard, but you dug yourself out of this one, and you really are standing in your truth here by this card. Wow. Yeah, breath of life. It's like, oh my God, coming up for air, finally being birthed, right? That feminine energy, feeling free again, feeling sexy again. All that. Creative. Maybe you started a new project, or you're thinking about it, or you just are creating for fun, just to allow that expression to come out. And oh my God, and I didn't see it, although it was so prominent right in front of me. Remember how I was talking about intuition? Your card here is talking about intuition, and it was upright. I didn't see it. Isn't that so crazy? Wow. And it may be the same for you, where you're just like, wow, it has always been there, that female intuition. And again, not gender specific. We just feel that, right? It's there. That's the feminine side, so intuitive. So this one reads, trust your intuition and know that what seems logical may not necessarily be right. The answer to your question lies inside your heart. Endless possibilities exist for you. Stop trying to work it all out and feel your way through. We, your angels, will guide you. Trust your feelings. What feels right is right. Now that is very interesting and good advice. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, exactly. One last card, and then we're going to take this over to the extended, if you would like to follow us. I'm going to interpret the other cards that we still have here. The Queen of Bows and the Ace of Vessels, which should be very interesting. Plus, we're going to pull more oracle cards to find out your advice from Spirit. So your next card, or last card here for this reading, is Healing, the Seven of Stones, which is the Seven of Pentacles. And that's exactly that. That's having worked so hard, right? But also, it's like some part of you no longer is doing it that way, no longer doing it the masculine way, but much rather the feminine way, where it's just like, we're going to rest when we need a rest. So it's not like Western society that tells us to work our behinds off if you want to be successful, and totally disregard the body, totally disregard our need for rest, our need for self-expression. Just do it one way and that's fine. Just like put it in a mold and that's fine. And that's not what I see you do here, though. It's just like, no, I'm going to do it differently, and it's going to work out just fine for me. And that's amazing, because you're coming back to that intuitive place again. What feels right is right, and you're trusting your feelings here. And this one's meditating, and it's just like, peaceful and aligned, right, Taurus? Peaceful and aligned. Meditate, guys, if that's not something that you're doing currently. Also, we can reach meditative states if we're just creating art, if we're doing sports, stuff like that. But in my personal opinion, meditation has helped me so much. I never thought what would be possible if I meditated every day. So I really recommend that. But that's up to you. It's your life. All right, my friends, I really hope this was helpful and or insightful. I'm available for coaching sessions, which is a one-on-one phone call, or private readings if you're interested. There's a 10% discount till the 31st of January, which is here to help you like really start into 2021 with a clean slate, right? So if you're interested in that and would like to know where you're stuck or not stuck, or how you can improve, reach out, okay? All the details and info you need is in the description box, as well as the comment section. Much love, my friends. I'll see you over there or next time. Bye.